0. He's a 122 defense. Let's see what kind of damage I can do. Hopefully a lot. We need it. Ideal kick power. Set some blocks with the 16-yard line. So I'm going to open up here with trips corner strike like I typically do. We're going to analyze it. Looks like the safety's moving down. So when the safety moves down like that to cover more man, we're going to go Devontae Adams, your wide receiver 2, after we take a few steps back. Nail him there. And he drops it. The cornerback will rarely intercept that. I don't think I've ever had the cornerback intercept that ball when he's rocketed out. And on this one, we're going to go trips, tight end, wide receiver, corner. Nope, that's the wrong play. Counter, tight end, halfback, whatever it's called, counter. And we gain like 3 yards. We're at 3rd and 8 now. And this is a rough spot. This is a rough spot because I don't know if I want to go... I'm not going to go trips corner strike, but I don't know if I want to go this play or flip spread FL drag. I don't think I'm going to go flip spread FL drag because it'll draw zone dime, and I don't want it to draw dime. So we're going to go trips tight end wide receiver corner. It is counter breakable on low and medium, so I think that's what we'll go with. And we see it's a 4-3 zone, and it's not countered, so I can just roll out here, hit Gates, he catches it, go out of bounds, so we don't run the risk of fumbling. And a big play I've really liked the last few days is weak eye PA post. Now with this one, you'll snap the ball, you'll roll out, and you'll take it with your quarterback. Don't use your scramble. Try to aim for it going out of bounds there. I haven't had the issue of fumbling very often, but it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And on this play, I went empty, trip, shallow cross. And when you see nickel like this and everybody shifts a lot, that is a telltale sign that Barkley, your halfback, is going to be tightly man-covered. Although Barkley's pretty fast, so he won't be super covered. Now here I am going to go spread FL drag flipped, and it looks like it is going to be countered. This is the counter formation. Nobody's moving. I'm going to take a chance and say it's going to be critical, which it is. 21%, not good. So we're 3rd and 9, so here's where I'm going to go back and look. I want to run trips tight end wide receiver corner again, but I'm not going to be able to because I've only ran 3 plays in between it, and I need at least 4. So I'm either going to have to run trips tight end halfback counter or try something completely new. And I like running trips tight end halfback counter on 3rd and long, and I don't like it at the same time because running on 3rd down isn't necessarily the best idea because you could get countered and then you're set in 4th and 12 with with limited options. But we'll do it. We'll do it anyway, just to see what happens. And this is the ideal coverage for this when nobody moves over, and you'll see why. This guard here, or tackle, sorry, is going to take this cornerback, and it's going to open a wide open hole right there. Big gain. Now typically I'd bounce that outside, but the tight end looked like he was about to let go of that block. So here, since I haven't run a play action pass in a while, in about 3 plays, we're going to look to go trips tight end PA deep attack. And if you're familiar with this play, you already know who the main read is going to be. It's going to be the wide receiver 1 on the drag route. Try to make them miss. And we're going to look and see where we're at. Looks like we're at the 5-yard line. So if we flip fullback flare, that is going to be the play that we can run. Going to rocket it out there to Coleman, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. Now, typically, I would go back and check and see, okay, so I rushed there, but I haven't used my scramble anywhere else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unflip it, and I'm going to run bunch spacing. And this is counter formation, so if you look down here at the bottom left-hand corner, I'm going to drag the analog stick down all the way. Okay, never mind, it's not countered. So I'm just going to run right through there with the scramble for 8 points. Alright, drive number 2 against Hook'em Horns. Got 8 last time. and it was a long recording, so I'm going to have to edit it down, which is going to suck because it's going to take 4 years to send, but that'll be okay. Ideal kick power, like I said, between 83 and 86, preferably right in between that. So we're going to open up with trips corner strike again. Now when the linebacker moves over like that, your primary read is going to be Tyreek Hill, your wide receiver 1, but if he's double covered like he is now, hit your slot DJ Moore for me and get some easy yards. Now here on 2nd and 1, this is one of the most difficult play calls you'll make if you're smart about it, because the instincts will tell you go for the first down no matter what, and your other instincts will tell you, go for the big shot deep, because that's what NFL teams do on 2nd and 1. Here I'm going to go for weak PI post, whatever it's called, and we're going to go ahead and use the same tactic as I used last time, but I'm going to have to throw it away because they failed on the blocks. So since I know that spread FL drag is not 100% countered, we're going to go spread FL drag here, and it's nickel formation, so they're either going to jump to the left or they're just going to take that straight up. And I really don't like throwing the football here, but I have to. I would much rather just run it because I run the risk of having a dropped pass, but instead I accidentally use my scramble, so that kind of puts me down. And if you saw the cornerbacks there move over, or the linebacker and cornerback, that would indicate counter formation. So we'll see if it's countered. Doesn't look like it, so I'll hit Tyreek Hill here for a nice 13-yard gain. And we'll look and see where I'm at as far as play rotation. I've only run 4 plays, so I can't cycle back to trips corner strike yet. And we'll see what play I want to run. It's on 1st down. I'm going to save and exit. I'm going to see what plays I have run, just so I know for sure what I can run. Empty trip shallow cross is probably what I will run now. And it's okay to take your time like this, because not everyone is going to live counter, so it's really not that big of an issue. You can take as much time as you need. And dime is the counter formation for this, but because this linebacker here is moving around, it won't be countered. So you do your pocket motions, dump it off to Barkley, make some cuts, gain some yards, and go from there. Now it's been 4 plays, but I don't like running trips corner strike here. Oh, I guess it is the 30-yard line. Okay, so we'll go back to trips corner strike here. Now this formation is just like the 4-3. It's the same reads, but for this one you're going to roll out, hit your slot. Now that one, it's also acceptable to hit your wide receiver too, but I prefer hitting the slot there. So because it's 2nd and 3, I don't like running trips tight end halfback counter. So, and I don't like that because it's a short situation, so it won't always draw dime. So I'm going to go ahead and flip strung IPA slide here, and because it's 4-3, it's not countered, so I'm going to go ahead and hit Gates, cut back, and he's not going to quite score, but because I know fullback flare is not 100% countered, we're going to go fullback flare. Drop back, hit Coleman, he takes it, touchdown. Now I'm going to check back to see if I've used my scramble on this, and I don't think I have. I have not. Or did I? Did I use it on... I used it on this play here. How long ago was that? 1, 2, 3, 4 runs? Passes? 5 passes. Okay, so that is just enough time for me to be able to use bunch spacing again. And the cornerbacks did move back, so you're going to pull down, and you're going to try to hit it, but the halfback blocked the defensive tackle as opposed to the defensive end, so that will result in you being sacked. Now if you're able to, in that situation, if you're able to just completely run backwards, I would do my very best to run out of bounds so you're not sacked and it won't run the risk of being fumbled and taken back, because there's no one that's going to be able to catch a fast defensive tackle. It sounds stupid, but that's just how EA is. Alright, drive number 3 here against Hook'em Horns. Hopefully put up some more points. We put up 6 last time. hopefully we can duplicate that and add the 2-point conversion with it. And if you saw there at the end, I didn't show it, but if you saw there at the end, it was a 29% counter, and that's because I have a few neutralizers that take away from short pass, and that takes away from 2-point conversions as well. So we're going to open up again with Trips Corner Strike. Beautiful play, and no one moved, so I'm going to assume that it's a blitz, which it is. I will be able to hit more, and because it's 2nd and 8, we can go ahead and run trips tight end halfback counter here, and we've got the ideal coverage because the cornerback already lined up there. So I beat him, cut it back to the middle, and gain a nice chunk of yards. So here we're going to go and open up with weak eye PA post, and on this play is tricky and it's hard to explain without seeing it in action. This linebacker will sometimes blitz down like he did there, but most of the time he will take the halfback's route and just follow him. And there I wasn't really paying attention very much, so we're at a 2nd and 17 now, which is not ideal in the slightest. So I'm going to go ahead and save and exit here and see what I can run. And like I said earlier, it's okay to take as much time as you need here because not everyone's going to live counter you. So I'll probably end up running trips tight end wide receiver corner, because if Antonio Gates catches that, it is a manageable 3rd and short or a 1st down. But if he doesn't catch it, then we're at 3rd and 17, and we'll have to open up our playbook just a little bit. I would run empty trip shallow cross if it wasn't 17. The maximum I'd run that play on 2nd down is 12, only because it's hard to gain 17 yards on that play, or any more than that. I just ran that, so I can't run that. I'm not going to run spread FL drag here because it's only ideal for 2nd and short situations or 3rd and short situations, and 4th and short if you know it's not countered and you trust that you can pick up the 1st down. I don't like running trips tight end PA deep attack here either, because it's a long down, and I don't like relying on a play action pass to get that, or a drag route even, to get 17 yards. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go trips tight end wide receiver corner. It is not countered. The cornerbacks will move over, so we'll set up blocks. Gates got shoved there a little bit. We'll try to get a truck. We won't get it, but we're 3rd and 8 now. Now 3rd and 8, it's better than 3rd and 17 for sure. Here we could run spread FL drag, but I really don't like it in this situation. Empty trip shallow cross is a solid play to call here, which will probably be the play that I call. And the only reason I say that is because no play action on the 3rd down, like we say. And then I just ran the past, 2 out of 4 plays I've ran were long passes, so that automatically jumps the long pass counter frequency up higher. So if I run another long pass, it will probably be countered. You'll see that more as you play in All-Pro as well. So probably just go ahead with empty trips shallow cross. It is dime. They moved a little bit, so I don't know if it's going to be countered or not. It is not, so hopefully Barkley makes this catch, which he will. Make some cuts, gain some yards, and we're set up first down. And if you see these challenges pop up, don't go out of your way to do them. They're not worth it. It's like 200 coins in that quick sell plus the 500 they give you. Don't bother with those. So we'll see here what rotation we're on. It's been 4 plays, so I could run trips corner strike again, but again with a long pass, it's really not ideal. So we'll go trips tight end PA deep attack. It is not countered because the cornerback and linebacker did not move, but this safety did. So we'll see what happens here. Safety will not cover him closely, so hopefully Tyreek catches this, which he will, and he'll be tackled from behind. And hey, I got the challenge there without even trying to. So now what I think we'll do, we're on the right hash. One play I've been liking recently is empty trip stick. So we'll try it here. It is countered. This is counter formation dime, And because neither of these guys moved and nobody else moved over here anywhere, I'm going to assume it's countered, and if you don't get a high snap, then you're going to hit Barkley. Like so. And I don't think it was countered either. Let's see. It was not countered. Good news. So let's look back through here, see what we can run. Here I'll probably flip. Yeah, I'm going to flip spread FL drag. It's kind of a risky call because I've run a lot of short passes here, but we're just going to roll out with Baker Mayfield and pick up blocks. And unfortunately, we didn't get to slide, but he did get shoved, and he normally won't fumble on the shove. So we're at the 5-yard line, so we could run, and we probably will run, fullback flare, but we'll see how many short passes I've ran recently. 1, 2, 3 out of the last 4 were short passes. So instead, we're going to run weak eye triple post, and this will draw a goal line, and your main read will be your tight end, but only when the linebackers clear. So when linebackers cleared, unfortunately, I did not get the pass off quick enough, but you saw the linebackers cleared, and that is when you want to throw it. If you throw it as soon as you hike the football, the linebacker will more than likely intercept the pass. So we're at 2nd and goal, leaning towards the right hash from the 10-ish yard line. So I could run trips tight end wide receiver corner. I do like that play in this situation. And that's really the best bet, I think, for us right now. So we're just going to go ahead and run trips tight end wide receiver or whatever corner. And it's not countered. This is counter formation nickel, but it's not countered because the safety did not move down. The linebacker moved out, so it's not countered. And we will, unfortunately, make a bad read and not gain the touchdown. And the only reason I did that is because the tight end did not hold that defensive end there long enough for me to go around the outside, so I was going to get a tackle for loss. So I just took the 5 yards that I could, and now we're here. Now trying new plays, I do like this play, trips tight end quick slants, but I don't want to run it here because it's 3rd and goal on the 5-yard line, and I don't want to try anything new. So what we're going to do, what I probably will do, is fullback flare, because I haven't run, it's been 2 plays since I've run a short pass, and I believe we're in range where we'll get goal line. We're close. All right, let's see what other options I might have. I don't like trips tight end wide receiver corner here because that corner route the tight end runs is a 8 to 10 yard out route, and you don't have 8 to 10 yards to wait when you're on the 5-yard line, and that safety will drop back in deep coverage, but since there's no, deep coverage to play, he's not going to play it. So I probably will just go ahead and flip fullback flare here. It's a little risky because we're just barely inside the 6-yard line, but I will go ahead and run it. Goal line, hit Coleman, he will catch it, and we will get stuffed at the 1-yard line. Oh no. Okay, not a big deal. Wants me to go for the field goal. I don't want to go for the field goal. I want to go for it. I'm feeling risky. So the only thing really you can call here, if you've used weak eye triple post and you've used fullback flare flipped, the only thing you can do really is toss, in my opinion, which is risky. Not gonna lie, I don't know how I feel about it. Or you could try to find a shotgun pass play that's not countered frequently and try to scramble. That's again risky because you don't know what coverage you're gonna get. Typically you won't get goal line if you're running an empty shotgun. You won't get goal line. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go and just flip strong eye halfback toss. Feel free to yell at me if it doesn't work. Not countered. We're going to go to the outside and we're going to take it in for the touchdown. Woo. So it's a 29% counter, so that means 1 out of every 3 times I run bunch spacing will be countered. And I did not use my scramble at all this drive, don't think. So bunch spacing wasn't counted on my first drive, so if I were a gambler, I would venture guess that bunch spacing will not be counted on this play. We're going to try it. It looks like it very well might be, so I would lose quite a bit of money in Vegas. But at least I put up 20 points, didn't drop a drive, just dropped two 2-point conversions. I hope this helps you guys. I really do.